It's the latest date night trend that has couples whining and dining over a can of fish. Yeah, Netflix and fish, my friends. It's all thanks to TikTok. Security.
Is that what the kids are doing these days?
Yeah.
So we've asked Today Extra's cooking expert Jane de Graaf to show us her spin on the fishy trend and some other options to impress your partner as well. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
It's called tinned tuna date night. Romantic.
Nothing
People don't really seem...
cracking open a tinny.
Yeah.
I thought you meant something else.
I'm having a hard time selling this to a few people, but
Yeah.
I think it comes
Why?
down to... Well, I think it comes down to whether or not you actually like tinned fish in the first place.
Okay.
Sure.
It can be a bit divisive. I personally adore tinned fish. My husband can't stand it, so as soon as he's out of town for work, I crack open
You
a
just
tinned
go
fish.
hard on the tuna.
I'm like,
Mummy's-
yes,
Mummy's
date night.
rock and roll.
I
Look
know,
out.
right? So the trend at the moment is this thing called sea-cuterie instead of charcuterie.
Sea-cuterie.
And what we're doing is putting out these beautiful boards, and where you would usually have like meats and cured meats and
Okay.
stuff like that, we've got beautiful tins of fish. Because if you can get some really nice ones, you can get like wood
looks
smoked
nice.
ones, chili ones. So we've got some anchovies here, we've got
Okay.
some smoked oysters, which I love.
Yeah.
And we've got some beautiful wood smoked sardines here too with a little bit of chili. And then you can put out your cheeses and your extra
I
bits.
see what you've done here.
Okay.
You see?
see. Yeah, that's appealing.
Yep. and then what we've added is things that go with the fish. So some salty things like capers. We've got
Capers.
some smoked nuts and some little cornichons. You want to choose things that sort of...
Cornichons.
Cornichons, little
Like
tiny,
a
the little
tiny
tiny
pickle.
pickles.
That's good.
Cornichon.
That's what it says.
What a fancy name for a pickle.
All right, tiny pickles. Is that better?
That's better. Yes.
And you put out things that complement it and go with all those salty sea
Okay.
kind of flavours. And it can look beautiful. It's a very European thing to do. Have a martini with that and you're all sorted. Very romantic.
So that's sea-cuterie. Tell
Yep.
us about this pasta
Okay,
dish.
so this is one of my favourite tinned fish pastas. It's a sardine pasta, and what you do is you make sure you get a good sardine that comes in oil. You tip the oil into the fry pan and you fry down your onions in the oil.
Oh.
Then you put in some tomato paste, a little bit of garlic, and at the very end you put the fish in and break it all through, and then toss it through the pasta so the oils coat the pasta.
That's right.
I love it. It's very cheap. It's really... Don't make that face. It is really delicious. Go and try it. If you're not into sardines, it's probably not your thing, but
I can't
love
stand
it.
sardines.
Oh,
Give
perfect.
it, well, you're the wrong person to try it on. It's very cheap. It's really
no,
delicious.
I love you.
I can't sell it.
And I eat everything every other day of the week, but
You
I'm not
do.
doing
No,
What about
that's
this
fine.
tuna
I
salad
love
you've
it.
got
I love
going here,
I'm
Jane?
sorry.
Oh.
It's
What about the
just-
tuna
it's
salad?
fishy.
Trust me, it is delicious.
I'll try this.
Okay, so this is a tuna salad with a green goddess dressing. No, wait, that's for
No, wait.
a second. Wait. So this is your typical tuna salad, but I've done it with some kale. And I put some smoked nuts through it, and I've made a green goddess dressing. So we've got some crunch
Wait,
in
stop
there.
saying green goddess dressing. What does that mean?
Green goddess is really just any
We've
kind
done
of...
that before.
Yeah, like a creamy dressing with lots of herbs in it. So you can make it creamy with avocado or with mayonnaise.
Oh, yeah.
And you blitz it up, and you put heaps and heaps of herbs in it. Any herbs you like.
I could eat that all day.
Okay,
every
so
day.
that fish goes
Right.
really well with a creamy, herby dressing. And you make sure you toss it through so everything's coated and put some crunchy things in there too. So I've got some celery and I've got some nuts in there. So then we
this?
get to the dressing.
Yep.
This is why I was like, don't touch it.
Okay.
This is a classic Caesar dressing, and a lot of people don't know that it actually has anchovies in it.
It does.
So tinned little anchovies or the jars of anchovies, that's what give it its beautiful depth of flavour, David. Depth of flavour. It's amazing stuff. It's just a couple of anchovies in there, and most people will swear black and blue that they don't like anchovies, but I guarantee that they like Caesar dressing.
It's a little salty grab.
It's in there, salty. Do you want to have a taste? There's a
No,
spoon
thank
there.
you.
I know. You
I have a sip?
I don't like anchovies
I
either.
can't win you over today.
Sardines and anchovies.
This has been a block for you today, Jane.
It's totally fine. I'll eat it all.
I'll have a
Well,
little
you're
pickle.
no help.
I'm the absolute champion of tinned fish. I love them.
Well, and so affordable
You know, I think
too,
with
right?
cost of living
Yeah.
and stuff, it's so
Yeah.
much. It's
so
sharp.
cheap, and you can
Really
just keep
good
it in your
ideas.
pantry and have it on hand. And tinned fish is actually really good for you. It's got lots of excellent nutrients in it.
Love
So,
your work, Jane.
See?
Thank you. I'm going to eat the whole pasta. Don't
So
worry.
all
today's
for you.
recipes, and
Yeah.
if you're into your
I'll love
tinned
that.
fish, you can scan the QR code on the screen or head to today.com.au.
I'll be honest with you, I don't even want to hear Christmas carols yet. But I tell you, because it's so busy this time of year, we thought there are still a lot of other meals to make, right? And you haven't got time. What do you do?
We give Jane de Graaf a challenge to make lunch options for the kids, and she's only got 2 minutes. So
Quite a challenge.
Challenge
It started off as
accepted,
5
though.
minutes, and then it became 2 minutes, and I was like, oh, guys, you're pushing the limits.
that's
Here's
for
a
Karl.
banana.
Yeah.
Yes, go.
All right, so the first thing I would love to say is 2-minute noodles are a great base. They're a great trick. They don't have a lot of nutritional value on their own, though. So what you want to
They're
do...
delicious, though.
They're delicious, but that's the thing. They're a great base for things. They only... While they're taking their 2 minutes to soak in their beautiful soup, which you've tipped down the sink, I note, I've got all these veggies that I had pre-prepared. And if you do a little bit of pre-prep and have some things in the fridge ready to go, you really can throw 2-minute meals together. together. That's kind of the secret, is having some
So
stuff
you're
ready to go.
ramening up your 2
So
minute
I'm
meals.
ramen it up here. I had some eggs that I'd already boiled in the
Yep.
fridge. I add some finely sliced veggies to it because they'll cook in the residual heat
Yep.
of the soup, which is great. And I like to add a little bit of, like seaweed on top
Oh,
of that.
that's cool.
That
And then
looks
you've
really
got-
nice.
Yeah, you've got a beautiful bowl.
Hey, guess what? So we're going to set the clock now to 2 minutes. We're going to start it again. I'm going to make this dish as you explain what you've done here.
All right, so you're going to make an omelette. I'll
Yeah.
talk about this in a second. Eggs cook really quickly, so we've got a nice hot pan. Tip that in, swirl it out. Once it's nice and flat, put your toppings in and fold it over, okay? Go for gold.
Okay,
Go.
let's go.
In the meantime, this is a really lovely open sandwich, which I like to call a no-cook pizza, because often it's about how you think about the food, right? So if you tell the kids that it's a no-cook pizza and dress it up like a pizza, it's really just a sandwich, no cooking involved. Again, a bit of prep, so if you've got some things like ham in the fridge and some chicken, my kids like to have a bit of feta on theirs,
like
but you
feta.
could use cream cheese, anything
That's
like that.
expensive, that goat cheese.
That one is. I bought a fancy one, but this is not. This is just a standard cream
Give it
cheese
some
that you
risk,
can
you know.
use. And if you dress that up on a little sandwich, are you having fun there?
I am, yeah,
All right,
thanks.
let it sit because you want to try and fold it over. So that's enough. Stop.
Oh, you could tell me that bit earlier.
No one tells Ali what to do.
Okay, so when you leave them as open sandwiches but dress them like pizzas, it's just the mindset for the kids. And they go, oh, that's great.
Got
and
it.
it's done in less than 2 minutes. So how are we going?
Okay.
Have we got a countdown happening? You've
I
got
think
1 minute.
I've
Stop.
got heaps of time.
Stop,
I think
stop.
your ways
Hey.
takes
So
too
what
long.
I do when I make this one here, which is a 2-minute one, you pour the egg into the pan, let it start to set. That only takes 30 seconds. Put a little bit of ingredients on one side and then fold it over, and in less than 2 minutes, I think it took me 1 minute and 30 seconds last night.
Yep.
And then you fold it over and you've got this beautiful omelette.
Or I've got another option.
You've got Ali's version.
You can do a scrambled egg version.
Look at that, beautiful.
It smells nice.
I don't know if it's beautiful, but it will taste sensational and absolutely cooked in less than.
And
okay,
my
it was
question-
supposed to look like this, guys. It was
Question
supposed
is,
to.
which one would you rather eat?
That's why she's the mother of the nation.
But it's good fun because the kids can choose what goes in, and it really does. Eggs cook in less than 2 minutes. They're so quick when you get them nice
All right.
and thin on the pan.
Well done, Jane.
and all really cheap too.
And all recipes are on our interweb thing. G'day, it's Ali.
And Karl.
Thanks for watching the Today YouTube channel.
Subscribe now for brand new videos every day and exclusive bonus clips.
Ali, say please.
Please? Why?
Please. I don't know.